What it is you need to know before you start your online business, you start working from home or online from your laptop or as a digital nomad like me. In the last almost 10 years, I've been living as a digital nomad. I've been working only from my laptop and I'm working from anywhere in the world. Not everybody can do that, and I can explain why. Here I'm explaining to you what it is I found during those last almost 10 years. What works and what doesn't. What brings me joy and what doesn't. There are many things you can find that could be your idea, your business potential that you can work with for the next so many years ahead. Whether it's a teaching or coaching or running your YouTube channel or writing books or buying or selling products from one website to another or to your potential customers or developing products yourself and selling them, for example, through Amazon. The ideas are countless, and that's the main pitfall. There are so many things that we could do, and it's so difficult to find what it is you want to do, what will work for you in the next 5 or 10 years. In my work, I've been teaching courses related to psychology, self-development, and online business coaching. And if you're interested in my work, please have a look at the description below. You will find the link to my website and a nice promo discount for any of my courses. So the first truth is that you need to find something that will sustain you, sustain your ambition and excitement for the next many years. And I'm telling you, it could be 5 years or 10 years. Time flies by really quickly. During the 10 years, you might find lots of ideas that will work for you. And also you might abandon lots of ideas that didn't work for whatever reason. So how to find that thing that will work for you for the next so many years? This can be your hobby, this can be your prime interest, but that interest has to be sustainable. If there is something that you found yesterday that you really would like to give it a go, this is not the best idea that will see you through for the next so many years, because we all have enthusiasm for new things. But we also know from our past that they might not be sustainable. I highly suggest to look at things that is part of your life for the last 5 years. Something that you've been interested in. Perhaps you know that you really would like to work with people. You would like to bring out the best out of them. So that could be coaching. Or perhaps you would like to work with businesses. So that's business coaching. Or perhaps you would like to spread the information that you are learning from books for yourself. And that could be teaching. Or perhaps you are really good at marketing and selling and buying products, so you can be looking at some kind of business. For example, dropshipping, where I succeeded initially, but this is where I understood that I'm not using my potential, and my potential is to inspire and motivate people. So this is why I switched on to teaching psychology, self-development, and coaching. The next factor is motivation. Motivation is the key, and it's such an elusive topic. It comes and goes. We all know what it's like to get really excited about the new idea, and then weeks later it disappears, the motivation disappears, and we feel that we are not interested anymore in that thing. We find lots of reasons why it doesn't work anymore and why it's not sustainable, even though we didn't think like that in the beginning, if you remember. Motivation is something that needs to be managed pretty much on a daily basis. We all require stability, but we all want novelty. So it's a good balance between the two that we need to sustain. So you need to find something that will give you stability, but at the same time, it should be something new and exciting. Perhaps some twist on something that you already been doing, or something that you were learning about for quite a few years. Another important factor is the strategy. I always say to people who ask me what it's like to work online, what advice could you give me, where do I start? And I'm saying to them, there are many ideas that you can choose from. But you need a strategy, you need a business plan that you will adhere. That plan needs to include the beginning and the end. It has to include your options of how you're going to deliver your services or your products or digital products, how you will be marketing them, what it is you're focusing on. And that brings me to another important point. You really need to know who you are and what's your purpose in your next work, in what it is you want to do. You need to find who you are at the core, that it was unshakable. So when you do your work, it will transpire to others who you are and what it is you do. Whether you're a teacher, or you like to inspire and motivate people, or you like to make people comfortable in some sense, this will help you to become a solid figure in your business. I often work with business coaches myself because they help me to focus and redefine my strategy, who I am, what it is I would like to deliver, how it is I'm doing it. Through which means, whether it's a social media, which social media suits you? Do you need a website? Do you need some kind of platform that sells courses? Or you don't need any of that? Perhaps you can rely heavily on YouTube or Amazon or Facebook or Instagram. This is where you refine and become focused on your strategy, on your business plan. And the last advice I would say, gain the financial capital that will see you through for the next 3 months. This is an overlooked factor. People think that they will start earning money from the first go or from the next month, or in 3 months definitely they will be earning money. But building your own business takes time. For me, it took 1 year before I actually had a solid income where I could start traveling and renting apartments in Europe. So for the first year, as I was saying in my previous videos, I moved to my parents' house. I was living in the living room, literally sleeping in the sofa because they don't have any spare bedroom. And for 1 year, I was building my business with hardly any income. However, I did save for that. I made savings from my employment. When I was living in London, when I was working in a corporate job, a year before I started my business, I started saving heavily. I didn't go to any holidays. I didn't go out. I was literally saving for that year that will be devoted to building my online business, because that was my dream goal. Yes, and it can be a dream and goal at the same time because it came true. Well, I hope you liked this video, and if you liked it, please share, like and subscribe it, and I'll see you in my next video.